You've sat in a room and watched someone louder take up all the air. You stayed quiet. Not because you had nothing worth saying, but because you were reading the room while everyone else was performing for it. And somewhere in that silence, a question kept circling back to you. Does anyone actually notice I'm here? In this video, I'm going to show you 7 signs that you are already respected, far more than you think. And why almost none of those signs sound like respect at first. Because real respect doesn't clap for you. It doesn't send a text that says I admire you. It hides inside behavior. And if you've spent your life mistaking silence for invisibility, you've been missing the evidence the entire time. Let's start with what respect actually is, because most people have it backwards. We're taught that respect is loud. A promotion. A compliment. A round of applause. So if nobody's clapping, we assume nobody's noticing. But psychology tells a different story. Respect isn't a statement people make about you. It's an adjustment people make around you. Usually one they're not even conscious of. It's the pause before they answer you. It's the explanation they give without you asking for one. It's the way they stop pushing the second you say no. You won't find it in what people say. You'll find it in what they quietly start doing differently. Here are 7 of those signs. Number 1. People don't interrupt you the way they interrupt everyone else. Picture any group conversation. There's always someone getting cut off mid-sentence. 2 people jump in at once, and whoever was talking just loses the floor. But when you talk, something changes. Nobody rushes to fill the space after you finish. They let your sentence sit there for a second before they respond. Psychologists call this social deference, when a group unconsciously decides that one person's words carry more weight, so they slow down around them. This isn't about how loud you are. It's about your track record. Somewhere along the way, people learn that when you open your mouth, there's usually a reason. So when you finally do speak, they actually listen. Nobody's going to point this out to you. There's no medal for it. But pay attention next time you're in a group. If the room slightly slows down when you start a sentence, that's respect, and it's been happening the whole time without a single word of confirmation. Number 2. People bring you the real version of their life, not the edited one. Everyone has 2 versions of their story. There's the version they post, the version they tell at dinner, the one that makes them look fine, or even impressive. And then there's the 2 a.m. version. The relationship that's quietly falling apart. The decision they're ashamed of. The fear they haven't told anyone because saying it out loud makes it real. That second version doesn't go to just anyone. People are careful with it, not because they're secretive, but because handing someone your real fear is dangerous. It can be repeated. It can be used against you. It can make you feel smaller than you did before you said anything. So when someone hands you that version, not the polished one, but the actual, unedited fear underneath it, that's not just trust. That's respect, earned the hard way. They chose you because at some point, you proved their honesty was safe with you. You didn't laugh. You didn't minimize it. And they remembered, even if they never said a word about it. Number 3. People come to you when they need the truth, not when they need comfort. There are 2 kinds of people you can go to when something's wrong. The first kind tells you what you want to hear. It feels good in the moment, and it solves nothing. The second kind does something harder. They hear the part of the story you didn't say out loud. They notice what you skipped over, and they hand it back to you without making you feel small. That second person is harder to find. And once someone finds that in you, they keep coming back, not because talking to you is always comfortable, but because it's always honest. Psychologists call this the trusted advisor effect. People don't go looking for brutal honesty from just anyone. They go looking for it from someone they respect enough to hear a hard answer from. So when someone says, just be honest with me, and they mean it, and they're saying it to you, that's not a small thing. How many people in your life have you said that exact sentence to? Probably fewer than you think. That's the point. Number 4, and this one stings a little. People only realize how much you mattered after you pulled back. You stopped texting first. You stopped showing up. And suddenly, people started asking where you went, saying it wasn't the same without you. Your first reaction is probably frustration. Where was this energy when I was actually there? Why does leaving get more appreciation than staying ever did? Human beings have a deeply wired negativity bias. We notice loss far more sharply than we ever notice what we already have. It's not a flaw in the people around you, it's just how attention works. But here's what that tells you, and it's real. You were the steady thing, the one quietly holding something together without ever asking for credit. The person who noticed when the room got tense and smoothed it over before anyone else clocked it. That's not invisibility. That's gravity. Number 5. People remember things you said weeks, sometimes months, after you said them. You said something once. Maybe in passing. And then out of nowhere, someone brings it back to you. I haven't stopped thinking about what you said. That's influence. The quiet kind. It comes from saying something true enough, specific enough, and honest enough that it just stays. If you've ever felt like your words evaporate the second they leave your mouth, sit with this. You may have shaped how someone thinks about their entire life, and you never even found out. Number 6. People start explaining themselves to you before you've even asked. They cancel plans and send you 3 paragraphs of justification you didn't request. They confess to something they did wrong before you've even brought it up. When people feel observed by someone they respect, they become more self-aware. Your attention, even your quiet attention, creates a kind of accountability. One unprompted explanation might just be anxiety. A pattern of them? That's someone who knows you see them accurately, and wants to be seen that way. Number 7. Your no actually changes things. Watch what normally happens when someone says no, the other person asks again, just slightly reframed. Someone says no, once, calmly, and the other person actually adjusts. That shift only happens when someone has learned that your no is real. Your calm isn't permission, and your kindness was never a blank check. None of this is automatic. Quiet, by itself, does not earn you respect. If your silence comes from fear, people will eventually read that correctly, and they'll just stop factoring you in. The version of quiet that earns real respect is different. Quiet with a point of view. Quiet that watches and remembers. Quiet that can say no without unraveling into an apology. People feel that difference, even if they could never name it. And you probably already know which version of quiet you are. Maybe it was already in how they behaved around you all along, and you were just too humble to call it what it actually was.
Like to learn more about human psychology? Like, comment, and share this video. Subscribe my channel now. Thank you for watching.